you want to talk about Deadpool for a little bit too? The new trailer?
Bring it up.
I'm surprised they even released it today. That's like such an odd day to release it.
Alright, what do you guys...
Shut up. What? Can we what?
I'm gonna post the link. And we're live streaming now. I just want to know how the audio sounds like.
Oh, okay. And we are live.
Yeah, this is just behind the scene only for the.
Okay. We're live on Public Podcast, and we're all looking at our phones.
Yep.
Tonight's podcast will include us talking about what's on our Facebook feeds. Share this really quick. We are live right
No,
now.
it's not picking up from the microphone.
Oh, it's not?
No. It's not showing up.
Blinking too. Do we have it on mute? Now it's solid.
Yeah, it's saying add device.
Yeah, it beeped when we plugged it in. I plugged it in. I can try again.
Yeah, I can hear it. It's just the front picking up from by default. Let me try the mic, the actual. Sorry, you keep talking.
Oh.
What's going on? It's lighting up, but for some reason it's not.
It's not picking up the audio.
Which webcam is this?
What?
What webcam is this?
Logitech wide angle or something?
HD Pro cam or just
Well, you'll know based on the view if it's this one or the other one.
Okay, I mean I can hear the audio from here, so it'll be fine. We'll just use the default audio.
So are you posting a new link right now? Or is this the same link?
Same link.
Same link? Okay.
See, here's the difference between someone who's not a nerd watching Pikachu talk and someone who is a nerd.
Okay, hold on. Another example, we can have nice things. So mad because they don't understand.
Ming for understand it.
Understand.
It's Ming for understand.
When we do that like Mike Tyson, they don't understand it.
But that's the difference. Like, there's someone who's really not a nerd seeing the thing on Pikachu talking, and then someone who is a nerd seeing Pikachu talking, realizing like it's not
a big deal.
A big deal at all.
Oh, that's why I hate social media on like pop culture stuff, like comic stuff especially, because now they just interpret everything the wrong way. It's like a bunch of the Tumblr people, they're like, oh my god, Aquaman is the king of Atlantis, but he refuses to live there. And then he refuses to stay on the land too because he doesn't feel accepted. Everyone's racist.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Like, how does that make any sense?
So you guys ready to begin?
One more second, and yes, okay. Turn off my phone. Or
Alright,
shut it off.
let me put my headphones back off. Take my headphones off, not back on.
know, his pants can't support a cell phone.
Yeah,
We're
or
just
should
doing
we have to fall down, right?
Yeah, we're still. Well, I mean, we might get some additional views.
and kicked off of.
No, we have our thing on there, 18 plus, like for iTunes and stuff. So I mean, people just have.
I'm talking about YouTube.
I'm pretty sure there's half nudity on YouTube. I'm wearing boxers.
All right, well, there's your little talk. Okay.
Introduction.
Let's start this properly. Well, we are Pop Luck. I'm Andrew.
Mark.
I'm Ricky.
Just a few minutes ago, we were talking about this controversial issue of Pokemon, the movie, the Pokemon I Choose You movie. I didn't see it.
Okay,
I thought you did.
I didn't see
No,
it.
we just watched the clip, and the movie's essentially the same thing as the original Pokemon movie.
Right.
Just like
They just added
better
some
graphics
stuff
and
more Pokemon.
It's a movie.
yeah.
So Pikachu talks, and that was only for like one scene.
He says one
line.
One line.
Okay, it's one continuous line at the end of the movie, and it's not okay. First of all, like we talked about this earlier. It's not even necessarily Pikachu talking. It's Japanese sub for English.
And for all we know, we don't even know. We don't know the Japanese audio. So maybe they didn't even have the audio there.
Yeah, English put it in.
Yeah. So, regardless if he talked or not, he didn't talk. Ash was about to die. Spoiler alert: Ash is gonna die. Because the original show episode, he was attacked by sparrows, and then Pikachu saved his life, and then
they make it into.
But in this one, I saw the clips. That guy who bootlegged it, which no one obviously cares about. The guy who's pirating the movie.
Yeah, I know, right? How is there no outrage on that? He's illegally pirating the movie.
So, no one cares about him, but people care about the talking show. So he was pirating the clip, and you saw all the Pokemon about to shoot their hyper beams or whatever move they're gonna shoot at Ash. And Ash pretty much has Pikachu go into Pokeball. The only time that Ash has ever gotten Pikachu in a Pokeball, and he dies. And then the show Ho flies around, and you never hear about Ho ever again. So then here they redid that, except for Ash dies, and Ho revives Ash. So that's the thing. So before he dies, he's like, why don't you ever get your Pokeball?
Well, he technically dies in the first ever Pokemon movie when he's hit with that blast between Mew and Mewtwo and turns to stone.
Technically, he's dead.
He technically
died, and then all the Pokemon's tears, even the clones,
somehow
revive
bring
him.
Yes,
so,
because
Pokemon tears is like
The
power
light,
year
yeah.
for.
It's like a Final Fantasy item.
So
you
it's like,
unlock Pikachu tears.
there's a bug on your floor.
Oh,
She's like,
Gross. Okay. Anyway.
but anyways, yeah. So everyone's mad because like the clip. If you leave the bug life alone. So the clip.
I'm not even gonna lie, I gotta deal with this shit.
Okay. Well, back to it.
Yeah. So everyone's like, you could hear the clip as soon as that happened. The theater flips out. It's like, what? No! He doesn't talk! Like, dude, just calm down.
I can see why they were mad that Pikachu spoke, but the reason why the topic of this is like
Him talking.
Pikachu speaking in English.
Now, it was,
People were mad about that.
well, that was a comment I read.
Yeah.
But then the issue was because he talked. For that few seconds.
The line.
For that one line, he talked. Now, if he talked for the whole movie, then people, I can get why people.
Okay, but like,
flipped
first of
out,
all,
but
Meowth has talked for years, and no one has ever had outrage
and it wasn't until
over
like
Meowth talking.
it wasn't until like 3 or 4 seasons where they explained how he knew how to talk.
Yeah, that's like
So, and this one was
that's a
just
very late explanation.
But like the first time we saw Meowth talking, and at no point do I remember seeing outrage when I was
Talking cat on the TV show.
12 or 13 or whatever that this
6 years old.
or whatever that this Pokemon's talking on TV. No, because everyone's so butthurt these days that they need to get all pissy about, oh, Pikachu's talking, mirror my childhood.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck over it.
I tried justifying it, and then people are like, don't try to justify it. It's like, well, he's about to die, and when did he want to, like, or maybe he was probably hallucinating, or he was just probably imagining Pikachu talking to him.
Well, here's the thing. What if it's just like like we were talking about, like Pikachu is, saying Pika Pika, but then Ash is understanding him, but then they just forgot to put in the parentheses.
Right.
Yeah. Or it's just
I don't know. I guess some people might not understand it because like it's the same thing how people bond with their pets. Like for me, I don't ever hear my animal speak to me, but you can kind of feel what they're feeling in a way, you know?
Yeah.
Like you know when your dog's like hungry or whenever they're pissy, whatever, whenever they're just being an idiot, like my dogs. So I'm guessing the bond between Ash and Pikachu is kind of like that, but because it's an anime and it's cartoon and it's fiction, he can speak, and this shouldn't really be a big deal. I mean, he says Pikachu. It speaks its own name throughout the whole fucking show.
Well, every Pokemon like says their own name, so in reality, every Pokemon is speaking English.
Yeah, they can speak.
So so the comment. Let me look at the lady was kind of. It was.
Of course.
It was. I screenshot it, and she goes, first of all, Pikachu isn't supposed to talk, let alone in English. What in the anime how? And I go, well, I mean, if Pokemon can talk, what language is it supposed? What are they supposed to speak in an English dub movie?
Yeah.
It's like,
First of all, there's nothing that says Pikachu isn't supposed to talk. Mouth proves that Pokemon have the ability to talk.
Yeah.
And even if they did talk, they would talk whatever fucking language the movie was made in.
Yeah.
If this movie is subbed in different countries, Pikachu will speak in English, but it'll be converted to like Spanish or German or whatever.
So he's supposed to speak Spanish.
And he's gonna speak Spanish.
I mean, really, Pikachu's actually speaking Japanese though, because that's a Japanese name. But still, like if it was speaking in an English dub movie, it's obviously gonna be in English. They're not gonna go and watch Pokemon in Japanese dub with English subtitles.
But anyways, it was just one line. It was just one line, and it was just maybe he was hallucinating, or it's the bond, or maybe it was telepathic. Because his mouth didn't move.
Right.
He just stared at him, and Ash was like, oh, "Okay, I got it. I got it."
It's like I'm tripping right now.
Yeah, I didn't die.
And then you hit his head.
Right, he's at the edge of death, so anything can happen at the edge of death.
Anyway, okay, that's a little rant. We got a lot we want to talk about. We want to talk about some movies and some shows that came out. We want to talk Stranger Things. We want to talk about Thor, and we got early screening of Justice League. Ricky saw it twice before it even came out. It comes out tomorrow of this recording, so we're gonna spoil that heavily. Sorry.
Major spoilers.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be at the
Insane
end.
spoilers.
That's gonna be at the end. So when we get there, we will tell you. And I know it comes out tomorrow. If you don't care and you're watching this, that's on you. But don't get mad at us. We're warning you right now. It's not even in the title. Disclaimer. Right now, don't listen to us if you don't want to know anything about the Justice League.
Until you've seen it.
So yeah. So listen. Come back later. And you guys can hear our review about it.
Yes.
Also, disclaimer: our reviews, our opinions, are our own opinions, movie and thoughts. They're not doesn't reflect on your views or anyone else's views. So let's just say it like that too, because people are like butthurt at reviews. So I mean, no one's ever been butthurt about our reviews, but I'm just saying.
Just to say it, just so that our listeners will know.
Yeah. So what's first?
Stranger Things.
Okay, so Mark doesn't watch Stranger Things, so to him this is all spoilers, and he can choose to watch what he wants to. I'm not gonna make him. I probably will make him, but
Not that I won't watch it. I'm just like I've gotten sucked into watching the original Robotech.
yeah.
Well, yeah, that's right. It's
Yeah.
on Netflix.
They put it on there because I think because the new comic came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ricky and me, we're huge fans of Stranger Things. I watched the first season twice, once last year and then the second time before the second season came out. It's like we talked last time on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the only shows that on Netflix that I actually watch at least twice, besides the How I Met Your Mother or The Office and all that stuff. That's not really Netflix original.
Yeah.
That's just sitcoms that you can watch over and over again.
Yeah.
So anyways, so Stranger Things was one of those shows that I can watch more than once. Like I could love a movie but not watch it again until like years later. But Stranger Things, to me, Stranger Things Part 2, Season 2, however you want to call it, it was really good. I like it.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I mean, I don't think it topped Season 1, but it filled in a lot of the plot holes from Season 1 and stuff like that. There at the last episode, with the whole cliffhangers.
I don't think it was. You can't call it a plot hole if it doesn't,
or just all the cliffhangers.
It was
they help kind of. That's the only reason why I enjoyed it so much, just to see all the cliffhangers from season 1 get rediscovered and more information on the show. But I mean I overall enjoyed it. But I hated Dustin.
Yeah, so Dustin, dude, like season 1, like he was like everyone's fan favorite. He was everyone's favorite because he was just, he has that list, and then he's goofy, and so everyone loved the way he was in season 1. Season 2, he was the annoying one out of the game. I hated Lucas in season 1, the black kid in the show. I didn't like how.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't. Come on, it was obvious. They had to have a black kid.
I'm sorry, I had to laugh. Like
So he wasn't like, because the way I mean, this is how they wrote his character. How he's like, she's bad news. You shouldn't be around her. She shouldn't be with us.
He's very like paranoid. And
if you guys are gonna do it, I'll do it.
Right.
But he was the only one who had a weapon. By the way, he had a slingshot. No one else had a weapon with them. So, but in this one, the roles were reversed. I mean, Lucas was still the same, but then you kind of sided with Lucas. It's like, because Dustin found this lizard thing, spoiler, like
the Demogorgon.
The Demogorgon, aka a dumb dog, and it's like we knew what it was. So you assume that it's a Demogorgon, but it's like Dustin has this thing, and he's like, no, I want to keep it. I found it. It's my pet. I love it. I bonded with it. We know each other. Lucas is like, no, what the hell are you doing? That thing's gonna kill us, basically.
Yeah.
And then Dustin pretty much hid it from the group, and he lied to the group until
things got like bad.
Yeah, until it ate his cat. So this thing grew up, like it grows pretty quick, and then like when he tries to look for it in his room, he's like, "Yo, Dart is his name." It's like, "Dart, where are you?" And then moves his like little like his couch, and there it is, like from season 1 Demogorgon, like it's like a little flowery petally thingy that has
its mouth opens up.
So so this thing, I guess it developed, it shedded to where you see that his mouth is forming into like what it was season 1, and it was eating his cat. And the relationship between Dustin and his mom is funny because Dustin doesn't tell his mom that the thing ate his cat.
Right.
It's like, oh yeah, it ran away.
It ran away. It's like
it ran away. Oh, the neighbors thought they saw it, but the relationship between Dustin and his mom was pretty funny though.
You know what else was funny was a lot of people were so concerned about his turtle that they thought his turtle got eaten, but then the cat did. So some of my comments on Facebook were like, "I'm just glad that the turtle survived."
Well, you don't know what happened to the turtle. You just like, here, you're gonna live on my floor.
Right.
And that's the only time you've ever seen a turtle, and last time you heard the turtle.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, "Where's the turtle?" I don't think anyone cares. But season 2, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that they already announced season 3 and 4, so they left a lot of things open.
I'm not, man. I mean, I can go for season 3, but season 4, I don't know.
Season 3, they said 5 is if possible or if needed, not possible, if needed. But I think, obviously they have a plan. They actually they didn't even plan season 2. They
winged it.
They created season 1, didn't expect it to be
overnight
popularity, because they were talking, the Duffer Brothers, they were like, yeah, dude, like we made it. It came on Netflix, and like early morning where we got texts of people who already finished watching it.
Shit.
It's like, dude, you guys got no lives.
13 hours.
Like that happens for all the Marvel stuff though. Oh, which we can talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later.
Disney's
dick
move.
But yeah, dude, like season 2, I like it. It had a different feel from.
Like it wasn't so retro as first season, but like you still had that 80s feel to it,
Yeah, because now they have a bigger budget because they're an overnight sensation. They're still a talked about thing, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna
last a while.
Yeah, it's this generation show that people can talk. It's like the first actual, like, in a while that we had an original series that popped up this huge. Because now you think about the things that are popular today are that in pop culture are stuff that has been around for ages, like comic book movies or comic book shows. We've known these characters for years. They just finally developed a show based around these characters, and now we're watching reboots, remakes, and other stuff too. Now this was one of those things where it's like it's brand new. It's
Well,
not,
I mean,
it's not.
certain Netflix shows, they do like have overnight success. Like another one's that Orange is the New Black, but I'm not gonna get into that. But it's just like one of those shows. It's surprising to see that shows that are not aired on TV are very successful compared
But
to
stuff
the
like
ones on
Orange
TV.
is the New Black or House of Cards,
which is gone.
which is gonna be
Oh, yeah.
like stuff like that. Though it's like, are you gonna watch those shows?
Yeah, I watch Orange is the New Black.
You do?
Yeah.
But then stuff like that. But not like it's not gonna be how it is for Stranger Things, where people who don't normally watch that kind of genre, like Stranger Things genre, is gonna watch.
Well, people like Stranger Things because it's got that nostalgic feel to it, and a lot of, I guess you could say, nerds today or geeks today or gamers. They connect with those characters
Yeah,
because.
well, that's why honestly I'm just gonna say it is because this is the only thing I can really tie it into Stranger Things conversation. Is I think that's why that a lot of people are getting excited about that Ready Player One movie is because the whole movie is based on like
a throwback
pop culture icon video games,
all this
like everything,
nostalgic
TV
stuff.
shows.
And the funny thing is, it's not the majority of those fans. They're not even the kids of today. It's us, the fucking adults.
Yeah.
It's all these old ass people like us that's making all these stuff successful because as kids growing up, we've never got to see this stuff as it is today compared to how it was back then.
Yeah.
No, and it's like in the generation before us, it wasn't as easy to like maintain being a nerd. It was like you grew up and there wasn't really much out there to keep you like invested in being a nerd. But with everything now, it's situated to where it's easier for us to just keep playing video games. And I mean, yes, we play less and we watch less anime, but like we still do it and keep up with stuff. And,
Yeah, well, I think, Mark, if you watch the show, you'll like it. I mean, you'll probably already spoiled a lot for you, but then I think because you are a Dungeons and Dragons guy, you played it. I never played it.
Years.
But then it's like they have that, and they reference a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, even with season 2, with like
all the monsters. And
stuff. They use the monsters or dungeon stuff as reference to naming these creatures. Like the Demogorgon is actually like a creature from Deep Dungeons and Dragons. It's not the monster. It's not exactly the monster they use, but that's what they call it.
Yeah,
because
that's the best reference they have.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like,
and like the was it the Mind Flyer or Mind Flayer?
Mind Flayer.
Yeah.
That is what they're using to call this creature in the next season, but it's not really a Mind Flayer. It's just
the name for it.
It's just the only thing they could, like.
That's close enough to it.
Close enough. Yeah. That's close enough to it. It's like, well, what is this like? Oh, it's like this and like that. It does this. Maybe it has this weakness. Maybe it does that.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, I
Mind Flayers are scary.
Yeah.
Like in D&D.
Yeah, I enjoy like the crap out of the show. Like there's a lot of theories and stuff like that. I for next season, maybe not next season, but the season after that, here are some of my predictions. I think Mike and Nancy's mom and dad. I'm pretty sure they're gonna split. They've been teasing that since season 1 because it's like.
So they're like a very bad.
They don't really have a. They're together because our parents knew each other and they said we're probably a good fit and we got married and all that stuff. And honestly, their dad is like. What's the word I'm looking for? I want to say douchebag because he doesn't really do anything.
Deadbeat?
Not a deadbeat either. He's just.
The parents for Nance and Mike, they're not into their own thing.
Yeah, they're not like.
Like the only time they're really together is when they eat. But other than that, they're all doing their own thing.
Mm.
It's like their marriage is like a business type deal.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha.
Like they had kids, and then everyone was like, I think Billy, who the guy, the guy who played the Red Ranger in the recent.
Oh yeah, that's his name in the show, Billy. I'm like,
yeah. So
what's his name?
The guy who plays Billy is the Red Ranger of the new movies. So he's like the badass. He's kind of like the jock in this season. Like him and his sister just moved into town, and he's the asshole. Like you hate this character, which is cool because like they wanted I won't say a villain, but they wanted a guy who's not. They wanted a antagonist that's not really the main title, just an obstacle. and
Right.
Billy's there, and he's looking for his stepsister, and he goes to Mike's house. He's like, hey.
Oh yeah, and he's flirting with the mom.
He's flirting with their mom because like their mom's like
she's a milf.
She's like a quote unquote milf. She's a smoking hot babe, and he's like easily manipulates her or like can talk to her, and she's starting to get into it.
I thought that was a funny scene though, because like she was into him too, like, okay, you fucking cougar, like we get it.
Like, I didn't know anything, sister. He's smooth.
Like, he's a charmer.
And the thing is, like, you know, the whole entire season I hated him, and then that one episode where you learned why he is the way he is, because his dad's a douchebag.
Yeah.
His dad's a douchebag, and who like
it's like a military guy, I guess.
Like military, who's strict and won't allow because he married his stepmom.
Yeah.
You know, now he has to take responsibility over Max, and he hates that, and it's like because of her, he blames her and his stepmom for ruining his life. So now he's like
he takes everything out on his sister.
He takes everything out on her, and like you hate her, and he like where's your sister? He's like I don't know, like she's old enough, she can take care of herself, and it's like and his dad goes up to him, and he's like
slaps the
crap out of him, like picks him up and like has him in like a chokehold or something, and he's like, you better respect us or whatever. You want to cancel your little date with your little whore and go find your sister. And you start seeing the tear in his eye. I was like, oh my god! Like now you're making me sympathize for him.
You see why he's a bully, because he gets bullied at home.
Yeah,
it's that typical bully.
It's like he wants to live his life, but his dad won't let him live his life. He has a date, but his dad's making him cancel, and he's really looking forward to this date. I'm like, man, dude, it's like I feel bad for him. And then he was douchebag.
I mean, like there's always going to be sympathy for certain characters like that, but overall, I still didn't like his character so much. But I mean, because of his character, you got characters like Steve who can redeem himself, because Steve was pretty much the MVP of season 2.
Yeah, like he wasn't even supposed to come back. He was supposed to like be once he comes in from season 1, he was
to leave.
He was trying to make up with Nancy. He's like, look, I'm sorry for beating up this guy that I assume you're having sex with, but I'm sorry, and then like get the hell out, because they're trying to bait in the Demogorgon. So it's like, and then when it comes in, he sees the Demogorgon. It's like, oh my gosh, he'd be just out of the house, and that was supposed to be the last of him. Originally, the plan was that was it, no more. And it's like, you know what, we need to redeem this character. So
because
that's why he came back in.
The directors loved him because he was like so nice as a person, though. Like
yeah,
that's what they like. That's why that's why he was able to come back. But he was the MVP of season 2.
Yeah,
he took care of all the kids. Got into a fight with Billy and fucking lost. I was pissed.
Like I think that's gonna be like the running gag is he's gonna get his ass kicked every season, but he's supposed to be like the badass.
Yeah.
He was the original badass, and now he's looking at Billy. You compare him, and you're just like, dude. I can't look at you as a jock that you were in season 1.
Yeah, he's a completely revamped character.
He went from popularity to what his former best friend said to bitch. Like you were.
He's soft now, pretty much.
You're soft. because of Nancy, he changed.
Okay, like as hot as she is in the show and as an actress, her character is shitty though.
This season she is
a shitty character. I mean, I only enjoy her character because she's hot. That girl's hot.
She's gonna have that,
she's got like that. I messaged you guys that. She has like this Crystal Reed, Emmy Rossum look to her.
Yeah.
But then that she's gonna have that effect like how Robin of How Much Your Mother had on us, and Laurel from Arrow, like they were hot at first, and now as seasons goes on, you're like, I mean, come on. I mean, we first watched How I Met Your Mother, you're like, oh, she's cute,
Well, Robin is still pretty. She just got old.
Yeah.
But the thing was it's just, I guess the reason why we're just saying it's not bad, but just. You can visibly see it. Like if you watch it from season 1 to the last one, you visually see her age throughout each episode and season. So it's like, damn. Yeah. So it's like, all that time hits you at once.
Yeah. So some other things with Stranger Things, 11 and Hopper's relationship.
Oh, the cop, yeah. Yeah.
There's that theory that they're saying, oh yeah, 11 is actually his daughter, but I don't think so.
No,
because it doesn't make any sense. Like they're like, oh well, what if she died? Like, cause Hopper's daughter died.
Early, they revived her or some shit.
Yeah, like she died, but I think she died of cancer. But then she was old enough to be able. I think she died. She was still old enough to remember her dad.
Yeah, if anything, she's like the same age as his kid or something like that. But that's not his kid.
His kid died like from judging from season 1, like 6 or 7, when she died. But then it's like that's still old enough to if 11 is
right to know that that's your dad.
You would know that's a daughter.
But if she still remembers her mom.
Yeah, which I don't know. Maybe it's her mom. They're gonna twist around like that's not your mom. But
I think it is.
Yeah, but I like the relationship in this one. Like, and I like the fact that the electric Hawkins was still after 11. So he's trying to keep her safe, and like he's been a father figure to her, and you can kind of see her learning how to be a person in the world, but she's secured. She's pretty much on house arrest. But
yeah,
I like how she's growing up, and she's also becoming a teenager, and you can see that she's being rebellious.
Yeah, she's pretty much just being human again. She's not like some controlled experiment. But you know what's funny though about 11's character is like the whole time, like that one scene where she met her. I guess her experiment sister, number 8, and she was like, I need you to pull that train, and she was reaching out and like pulling that train. Remember, it reminded me of that scene in X-Men.
That was pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
when Xavier was like, Magneto, pull that set, like that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was hoping that I thought at the end where she was doing that, she was thinking the bad angry thoughts. I thought maybe. I thought she was gonna think of, well, what if I think about the happy thoughts?
Oh, like kind of like how
I thought she was gonna do that, and then she's like, no, that the anger is gonna help her power get even stronger. Like, way to
fucking Super Saiyan.
Yeah, way to show a message saying that anger solves everything, and it's stronger than pure happiness. Like, okay, but I guess that's how they concluded with her like closing the gate. And it's like she used the anger.
Her Phoenix Force.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Yeah,
that's what it was. She used the Phoenix Force and she shut the gate. But I mean, like the ending to season 2, I thought it was good enough to where they don't need a season 3.
Yeah, like they wanted to like close some ends, and that's that ending though was like, dude, Dustin. Like that's the only time that I felt for Dustin the whole entire season was when he finally had the balls to go and ask these girls to dance. And they're like, no. So everyone was dancing, and he was just like, lonely and singing by himself. Like, dude, like, I feel bad for you, because that was me. That used to be me in high school or in middle school, and before I met my girlfriend. But yeah,
yeah. But I mean, like overall, the show itself was very good, especially if you're into the series. It's still early, so anyone who wants to bandwagon on that show, do it now before it's too late.
Oh, but I mean, it's never too late. I mean, I would recommend, like, I don't care when you watch it, as long as you're watching it, it's fine. But one more thing, Bob.
Who's Bob? Oh!
Sam Wise.
Sam Wise.
Stop asking, bro. Dude, like...
I'm like losing my train of thought.
You're too busy seeing Sam.
Yeah.
That's what you're too busy seeing.
No, the whole time, the whole time Bob was in there, I just saw Sam. Any movie with Sean Astin, to me, from now on, it's just fucking Sam.
Yeah,
that's what I see him as, the fucking Hobbit.
Personally, like, his character was actually supposed to be a throwaway character, but, like, I didn't feel his story arc was really necessary, and it's only been a year. To me, it's like, I don't know how people's mindset is back then, but a year after your son was missing and presumed dead, and you finally got back, and now it's the anniversary of that 1 year anniversary of you having your son back. It's like within that year you found love. So
I mean, in a way, I guess it's her way of kind of
like dealing with it.
Willow's mom, yeah, kind of like trying to pull herself back to normalcy again.
And then you kind of realize, like, yeah, she likes him, but
it's not too serious.
But
and then they're teasing the thing with her and was it Popper?
Yeah. So I think that's not, if they get together in season 3, I think that's too soon. But maybe unless there's a time hop. But I was kind of like, like you could kind of tell he was just she's just dealing with it with him. Like it wasn't like you didn't know she wasn't like completely in love with him.
She didn't love him until his last moment.
Or spoiler
Yeah.
alert, he dies.
Yeah.
He gets
I'm not really paying much attention.
he gets the liquor. I was like, dude, them dogs, they're liquors to me from Resident Evil. It's like he's like, oh look, I made it. I saved the day of this episode. Like he was actually supposed to die in season 4, like Evil Will, when they're trying to think of Evil Will killing him in a car, like when they're in a car together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he was supposed to die early on in the show, but they kept him around like everyone else. So they kept him for the rest of season two until he died. Third to last episode, was it?
Towards like episode 17.
Yeah, it's episode 7. So he's like, you know, he reunites with them from the building. Look, I'm back.
They make it a happy moment,
out of
and then they
nowhere,
just snatch her hope away, and he's
Yeah,
gone.
he gets eaten by the Nemedogs, and I was like, oh no. My sister was like, who died? Does anyone die? And I don't care. Like, I don't care if Bob dies. I don't know. I don't care if Bob dies, but I don't like. I just don't want anyone else to die.
Oh,
Like,
the main
I was
cast.
like, you don't like Bob? I like Bob. I mean, the way I like Bob, I felt like he was really an important character. So he didn't need it. But it's like Hope was like, I don't want anyone else to die except for Bob. I don't care about Bob. It's not that I hate him. I just don't care for him.
Bob was pretty much the bar of this season.
Yeah. But he survived, and
Yeah.
he was like he was
He's a
the
hero.
he was the
martyr.
yeah, the puzzle solver.
Yeah.
They
I mean, that's the reason why his character was so important, because he was smart.
yeah, he gave them the idea of the smarts, but overall, I love Stranger. I like the season. I like the first season because that's what brought it all together. But you know, this season was pretty good, and I actually hope that I only hope that they could only go up from there, because it's like, how can you end that? You know, they ended up, obviously they gave it a happy ending, then boom, the mind flayer's still there.
Yeah. Still on the other side.
So it's like teaser for the next one, and we're gonna wait a year. So
Well, we got a whole year, so the writers can write whatever they want.
yeah.
But you know, next is Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, so Thor Ragnarok, and now Mark gets to talk. And
Yes.
We-
Don't fall asleep, Mark.
we-
Yeah.
me and Ricky, we saw it. Again, we had an early screening thanks to
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown of Comics and More. Listen to his podcast too, the Comics and More show, or go to the store, Comics and More, Madison Heights, Michigan. But anyways, we got early screening, just like how we got for just
Yeah, and I had tickets, but I was in Wisconsin for other stuff, so I ended up seeing it that weekend, like the weekend it came out.
yeah. So I liked it in a way, but I thought there was too much comedy. It was good, but too much comedy.
Mark, your thoughts on Thor Ragnarok?
I didn't love it, but I definitely still thought it was like a good like it didn't drop the ball, like they kind of just kept it rolling.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit too much comedy. I don't think the Hulk should have talked as much,
Yeah.
because I mean, like I get it that the Hulk knows how to talk. I'm not saying that he shouldn't talk, but you know, he's been in 3 movies now, and at no point has he really ever said that much.
Well, I think it's because now that he has full control,
Yeah.
and it's actually gives him time to like
To learn.
he actually is given the chance to talk.
Yeah.
Because he's not letting Bruce Banner come out. Because like, I mean, the Hulk is not always angry, but
No,
like
and now they're teasing, you know, like the Bruce Banner is
Yeah.
still on.
yeah,
It's just the Hulk. And,
he has full control. So, but that doesn't mean he's necessarily a dick. He's just misunderstood according to the movie. But okay, go on. Sorry.
no, I was just saying, like it just seemed like because the whole mentality that like I mean, you remember the movie, the Hulk isn't supposed to love being a gladiator. He's supposed to like hate it. And,
Right. He gets forced to do it.
yeah, like they tried to like kill innocent people if he doesn't do it. He's supposed to like hate it and then start the rebellion. Like it's not really supposed to be Thor. that
Yeah, which
starts
is why I thought they were teasing in the trailer. Because, you know, when Thor was, oh yeah, it's fun for work, and you saw his face, Hulk's face, like, you know,
Hulk recognized him.
it looked concerned. Like, he looked like he was, shut up, don't mention it. Like, you know, like, it looked as if he was trying to tell him, we gotta fight. Like we have no choice but to fight. But then now you look at the movie like, man, nothing.
No, that was just him being like, oh shit, it's you.
He's the champion.
Fuck you.
It's like you're embarrassing me. I'm finally glorified and you're embarrassing me.
Because Thor did kick his ass.
Yeah, but they all did kick his ass too. It was like top.
It was a close match, but if it wasn't for the intervention of
Thor probably would have won.
the Grandmaster.
But Hulk is supposed to be. Is he supposed to be the strongest?
He is. I mean, like it depends on what version of Hulk
Yeah,
it is, though.
true.
If it's just regular Hulk, I think Thor would have been able to beat it, but they used like the fucking Planet Hulk version, right?
Yeah.
The
Planet Hulk, yeah, supposed to be able to like chuck Astro
Yeah.
and shit.
Like, if it's something like that.
But I thought it was good. I liked the Valkyrie and all the other extra characters they put in the movie that like were like really sub people from like the early comics and stuff, like Meek and the Rock guy. Like those are like yeah, Corey. Like those are really early guys from the comics. Like,
see, I don't know anything about them, so I mean, they're cool.
I just read it. I found an article that was like 6 characters in Thor Ragnarok that you don't know who they are. So I was like reading
but they
it.
are important.
But I was reading it. Meek is actually he's actually responsible for the death of Hulk's wife and child.
Oh damn.
In the comics. Like from Planet Hulk, like Thor, like retires and has like a family, a wife and a kid, and then Meek is actually really evil and leads a plot and ends up succeeding in killing Hulk's wife and child. So it was like they made him into this comedy character, but in reality he's like insanely evil.
You're next up.
Don't be a dog.
I still love to see it. Don't be a dog. All right, bye, new dog. I still love to see where he's like carrying me. He's like, why are you carrying me? He's like, oh, Meek's dead. Yeah,
we still do.
Oh shit, you're alive.
I mean, like I like Korg as the comedic relief, but I felt like the movie itself, Thor Ragnarok, was entertaining. If you look at
it was good.
It's an entertaining.
Yeah, I would watch it again. I wouldn't pay to see it again, but like if we had it on DVD, like oh shit, I put it in, man. Like let's watch it and drink beer.
Yeah. Right. But like, I guess for us, because we're, I guess you say, older.
I would say we're just not into it. Like,
well, not just that, because like the theme, the title itself is Ragnarok, and if anyone knows Norse mythology,
Ragnarok is supposed to be the destruction of everything.
It recycles all the gods, and it's the ending of everything, and it recycles. That's the theme of Ragnarok. And
the name itself actually spoils the movie.
And it's supposed to be like some
like the only god who takes over
epic
is
ending.
Thor. Like Thor becomes the new god of gods,
yeah.
And everyone else just cycles in under him.
But like it didn't really fall under that theme of Ragnarok because it was just so overshadowed by the comedy and the lightness of the tone. And I mean, Hela did a good job. Kate Blanchett was perfect as Hela, but I felt like they
she was better when she didn't have the armor on.
Yeah, but
like
long back
the horns, long back hair seemed to me way more evil than like all the horns.
Yeah,
that the horns wasn't really necessary. It looked cool.
But I think
she looked like Aku from
Samurai Jack. Yeah, I think the hair was better than like the horns.
And the Winter Soldier eyeliner.
Yeah,
she wasn't always supposed to be like Thor's sister, right?
No, it
was just in the movie.
Yeah, it's just in the movie, but she's really just a goddess of death.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, because I don't know why making her sister relevant. You could have just made her the goddess of death and she teamed up with Odin and then she grew too powerful and he banished her. Right. Like you could have just done the exact same thing, but without saying, "Oh yeah, by the way,
it's your sister."
It's your sister.
Yeah. So overall, like it was like really comedic, but like I thought the one scenes that they actually did keep it serious for one moment was when Odin died, and you could kind of tell like when they're talking, like even also the elevator scene was kind of.
And when his eye gets gouged out.
But
kind of a serious scene.
But like I'm talking about like when they, cause like every other scene line,
there's
some kind of joke to it. But then the only time that wasn't like that was when Odin was like, "Hey, my son," and you could see in Loki's face like, "Wait, what? You're acknowledging me still as your son after everything I put you through?" And it's like you kind of feel like, to me, I don't think for anyone else mentioned this, but I think I noticed it because it's like when you watch that scene, just see how Loki reaction was. Like I actually wanted to see how he will react throughout the whole entire thing because as we all know Loki's past from the first Thor movie, which the first few movies weren't that great. But this one is like, all right, let's see how.
Yeah, this was definitely the
Yeah.
best Thor movie
I still like the
so
first one.
far.
I still like the first one.
Yeah, so it's like this scene was like, yeah, my sons, I always loved you guys, and Loki's like, still, like after
I mean, you can see Loki feel like some sort of
guilt.
guilt to what he's done.
But
But
they're still gonna tease like
Yeah.
another
But
Loki.
at the same time, though, like he's the trickster guy. He's always gonna
He's gonna
save
turn
himself.
50,000. He's the only guy who can turn face and heel 50,000
Yeah.
times and have it be okay.
Yeah.
He even even the elevator scene where I said it was kind of serious, but then they also had those gag moments. Like you knew, like he felt guilty for doing everything he did, but he's like, I can't help it.
Yeah, I'm going to keep doing it. I want power. But I still think one of the funniest scenes to me was when Thor gets thrown like Loki did in the first Avengers movie, and Loki just screams, "That's how that feels!"
Oh, and Hulk was
That was
smashing him
right.
around. Yeah. It's like yes.
That was like an organic
Yeah.
like comedy moment.
It's like,
Like
now you know, I feel like I got it. Like it's not me this time.
yeah, it was like that was like a throwback. God, how long did that movie came out? How many years?
6 years ago.
2012. So you got five, 6 years ago. Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know. That's how fast those movies flew by. Holy shit.
Yeah. Like the thing is, like, I do feel like this movie though. I mean, it's changed like the way the characters are. It's like
Yeah, now-
it kind of
Like Thor has his power, his true power.
yeah, like
It's
you're
fucking
a
brilliant.
Thor of thunder, not Thor of hammers. But yeah, it's like
Thor of Hammers though does sound kind of cool.
Yeah, I feel like I do feel though because maybe it was because it was on Earth and humans are weak and pathetic. Like they have no powers. So like they kind of this movie kind of made Loki and Thor look like not I want to say weaker, but then they kind of
Beatable.
weaker. Yeah,
Which
beatable.
makes sense because you can't. Yeah, like which makes sense. You want them to seem beatable when you introduce Thanos and all the Infinity Stones and he has all his power. Like you need to honestly feel that like holy shit.
Even
they-
the best characters can't
even
beat him.
if even with Thor's new power, they're not strong enough. Like they lost to the goddess of death, the only one, because they had to sick this ancient fire beast on her.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
killed her?
And then like the first Avengers, it took all of them, and they could barely they could
They could
they
barely
could
beat
barely
the Chitauri.
beat Loki.
Yeah, and the Chitauri.
And then now this
Well,
one's like,
Loki they beat fairly easily. If you really
Or
think about
Hulk,
the movie, the Hulk just kicks his ass and then Loki's out. But yeah,
but
they could
most of
barely
it, yeah.
contain. That was like a scout army. That wasn't even like
the real
the
thing,
full army
yeah.
because you can see in the distance that like half the army still has not
Right.
come through the teleporter or the ship. I'm sure that ship has its own,
You think that's the same
stuff.
ship? Well, not the ship that they blew up, but you think that the ship at the end of Thor was Thanos' ship?
That's what I was wondering.
I-
Is that supposed to be Thanos' ship and he
I don't
like,
know.
finds
It's
them?
the biggest.
Because remember, at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, in that trailer, Loki slams onto their Thor slams onto their windshield.
Well, I think
So that means, so that's it. It's like, does the ship blow up, or like, if it's Thanos, does Thanos like kick Thor's ass and eject him into space and keep everyone else as like
My
slaves?
theory is it's Loki.
Well, the
Loki
Infinity
does it.
God was supposed to be able to track down the Infinity Stones, right? And Loki did take the Tesseract.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, I mean they tease that so hard. It's like there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way he
Because-
didn't take it.
Because in the Infinity,
He stopped and he's just like,
in the Infinity War trailer, he hands the Tesseract to someone. So we all know he took it.
yeah,
Yeah, so he must have taken it, and which
Thanos finds
leads
it.
to yeah, the Infinity Stone, like, because it's not coincidence that
it gives
they
off
ran-
energy. Yeah, it gives off its own energy, and you gotta admit, Thanos is already on his way back to Earth, and obviously so is Thor. And Thanos, can you imagine being in Thanos' ship though? Like this is like a side random tangent. Like you're Thanos, you're in your ship, you're going to Earth to like start trying to find where the Infinity Stones are, and all of a sudden like your fucking computer goes off and dings that there's one like 50 miles in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Like shit. Okay. Yeah. Take that ship.
It's like my lift. It's like my lift drives. It's like ding. Oh, there's one that one like, but you have to turn back.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like you're not even serious or anything. I was like, hey, there's a ship right there.
Yeah, got it.
Hey, look, it's right now.
This
Wow.
journey will take years. This will be very hard. We'll find all the Infinity. Sir, there's one right there.
Like, oh,
Oh.
okay.
I can honestly see
Yeah.
that in the Avengers film. If
They would do something like that. Though, like it would show the inside of Thanos' ship, and then he's just like, "We will find these Infinity Stones and purge the Earth." Sir, one's right there.
Oh, okay. Let's go kick this ass. You think Loki's finally gonna die?
Oh,
No.
definitely.
I don't
Yeah,
think so.
he's gonna die at the end of part 1. That's my.
They're all gonna die.
they're all okay. No, they're all gonna die by the end of part 2, except for
Cap.
Ant-Man. But no, Cap's gone.
He signed.
Chris Evans.
He signed it for additional movies, right?
Oh, did he?
I think so.
There's rumors that I think for Chris Evans, I don't think he's confirmed it, but I think they've mentioned that he goes, if there was additional movies, he would do it, but I doubt he'd do it.
Yeah.
But so the theory, like, so Iron Man's got to die, obviously, at the end of part 2, because they have to, redo Iron Man.
You realize that those movies.
Hawkeye, Black Widow, they have to die.
Majority of the main Avengers.
Hulk has to die. Thor has to die. Captain America, my guess, has to die because I think the Winter Soldier, when they reboot it, it's going to be the Winter Soldier.
Or Falcon.
Which, I mean, that's what they did in the comics, so you got an easy thing right there. So I think the only people that are guaranteed to live is Spider-Man, Ant-Man, Black Panther, Doctor Strange,
Captain Marvel.
and then that's pretty much it. Everyone else has to.
And after that, it's like
Everyone else has to die.
After that, they're gonna have to reboot the whole entire thing.
Well, no, because
unless they have
Ant-Man and all they have to do is they have to just find new people to keep going.
For another 10 years, what's gonna happen?
Oh, in 10 years they'll reboot everyone.
That's what I mean.
I'm saying that, are they gonna wait till everything's over to reboot it, or are they gonna reboot it while all the others are still going on?
No, that's on Disney. That's
on them. And like, I mean, you guys imagine like Iron Man came out when I was still in high school, man. So I was like, that's over 10 years.
We talked, like, this isn't a spoiler for Justice League, but me and Ricky were talking about it yesterday that Justice League 3, because they've already confirmed there's going to be 3 of them, won't probably realistically come out until 2023 or 2024.
Oh my god, I don't want to think about that. It's too fucking far ahead. By the time we get there, we'll be old as fuck.
Okay, to tell you even older, it's been what, 9 years since am I fucking blanking?
Iron Man?
No, it's not Marvel, Avatar. It's been like 9 years since Avatar 1 came out. Because Avatar 2 was supposed to come out like 3 years ago, but they keep fucking delaying it.
It's one of those movies where it's like Austin Powers. They keep saying, "Oh, it's gonna come."
Well, they're almost done filming.
Yeah.
It's like been confirmed, like they're almost done filming. It's supposed to come out in like 2019
Oh
now.
my god.
Yeah. They're like, it's gonna come. It's gonna come, guys. No, it's gonna come.
But here's the thing. Okay, so it'll get released, right? There'll be a second one, but what I think is gonna happen, this is just a side tangent. I think they're gonna have to re-release the original Avatar in theaters for like a week or two before Avatar 2 comes out, because people aren't gonna know what the fuck it is. But he's already announced that James Cameron was like, "Oh yeah, I've already finished writing." The reason I took so long is because he wrote Avatar 2, 3, and 4.
Oh yeah, that's right.
After one another.
Yeah, he wanted to.
Because he had planned on doing a trilogy no matter what, but then he was like, "Oh, it takes so long to film them because they film it all in 3D." He decided to write the scripts for 2, 3, and 4 already. So it took 9 years between part 1 and part 2. Barring the fact that he's already got the script written and it doesn't take as long, at least 3 years, because it's a full 3D movie that takes a lot longer to shoot. So Avatar Part 4 realistically probably won't come out until like 2028.
By that time, no one's gonna watch that shit. Like, oh, that movie's coming out.
It might be a new era, guys. I mean, I don't know. It might be a new era.
We're gonna be old as fuck.
Nah, I mean, we'll watch it.
He'll be 12.
Oh my
when
god.
Avatar Part 4 comes out.
Yeah, so it's like
he'll be a fucking teenager when Part 4 comes out, and I'll be like, "All right, you gotta watch it tonight. I gotta go see Part 4."
It's gonna be a new era of
like, I remember when Part 1 came out.
I was 20 when Part 1 came out, and I'm 38 when
We're
Part 4
gonna be like
comes
those
out.
people who talk about Star Wars, A New Hope. It's like, I remember that. I did.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, yeah.
I was born during 4, 5, and 6.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, Thor.
Yeah. I
I
liked it, but too much comedy.
It was good. I mean, I liked like the development of like the characters that were in the movie, like, and then putting in like Valkyrie and like other shit. But
One of my favorite.
I just didn't. I was so excited for them to be doing Planet Hulk, and I feel like they kind of just dropped the ball on the Planet Hulk part.
It was very limited.
It's supposed to be like a big thing. Like
Yeah.
Hulk is supposed to start the rebellion, and it's supposed to take like weeks for Hulk to win.
Well, that's only if there was a standalone Hulk movie, which they'll never get because they don't have the rights to a standalone Hulk movie.
Well, because it's Universal.
Yeah, that's why. That's
It's so
why.
fucking. I don't get. How can you get the rights to Hulk?
It's the same thing with
No,
Spider-Man.
like they can't do a standalone Hawk movie.
Yeah.
That's why the Hawk is in, like, every time you see the Hawk, he's in
Well, it's with
this
someone.
movie.
Yeah.
So like you'll never get a standalone Hawk movie, which is why we get what we got. And
Yeah, but hey, at least Fantastic Four is going back.
may or may not, because it's not confirmed. It's just they're just talking about.
The article said that they were talking and now they're not talking, which I doubt they will continue to talk.
Yeah, which is
Fox is fucking
yeah.
greedy. They will not give up Fantastic Four or X-Men.
But they're never gonna reboot it again because
It's just money.
It's just something to hold on to. I guess it's just like
It's because they can hold on to it. Like they know they want it.
yeah.
They know, but then
Until this
But you-
caves
as
in.
you can ask for whatever you want.
Yeah.
Be like, I want 10% of like all the movie profit, and they'd be like, yeah, okay, sure.
I don't know. It's just
yeah, but it's like it's all money thing.
it's all money.
They know they can't do anything with it, but then they're gonna keep it because
They're
it's
gonna be
like,
petty as hell.
they can.
Yeah. Like yeah, but
Until like someone new, like a new person comes in at Fox, like a new CEO, and he's
Yeah.
like, "You're all fucking dumb. You failed at this miserably. We're selling it for a buttload of money." Hell, ask for someone back.
right.
Like find superheroes that Marvel just isn't doing any movies with, and ask for the rights.
I mean, it's
in return.
it's like Guardians of the Galaxy. Like we want Ego back. It's like, okay, well we don't care for Ego. Look what they did with them.
Yeah.
They were smart. So like Fox, it's like I think it's like us playing Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic the Gathering. There's a card that you really need that your friend has, and your friend knows it, and you're like, but your friend doesn't need it. But it's like
Doesn't even use it. Doesn't even care.
you know what? Because I know you need it, and if I give it to you, you'll finally be able to beat me. I don't think I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah, they're just being
Yeah.
petty.
I want $500.
So anything else of Thor before we go on to the next
The
topic?
final, because I know you got to pick your brother up by 10. It's about 9.
Yeah.
Well, we got time.
We got time. I mean,
So-
it's right there in Royal.
No, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the other minor stuff that we were going to talk about, and then we can end it with like Justice League. Because I know we wanted to talk about Star Wars Battlefront 2 and EA being just.
Yeah. So
oh my god.
EA, okay, you know what? It's a weird tangent. EA is pulling a Fox, essentially, but an even worse version of. Okay, so for everyone who knows Battlefront now, that those are remakes based off of games that came out for the original Xbox, like way back in the day, like Star Wars Battlefront, Battlefront 2. People love the games because you could like go into space and go into the enemy ship and like fight people in there, and like it was just it was a very simple game, but perfectly well made. So they finally decided to reboot it, but they destroyed it by saying like, oh, you need upgrade cards, and the heroes are time, not life. And space battles were literally just space battles. There's no, you can't change ships, you can't like find a different, you can't go in anything, you can't do anything, you can't shoot. What was fun about that ship is like you could shoot enemy ships, go in their ship, or you could like target their shield generator, or you could target the guns on their big ship and prevent some of your fighters from being shot down. And then Battlefront 2 came out, and EA, like, I was excited for it because EA came out and was like, oh, we heard all the stuff, like, we're going to make space
fix it.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're going to fix it.
Screen, play with multiple people.
Yeah, more
have a
heroes.
campaign.
Yeah, better campaign. Like, they invested in hiring, like, actors to play, like, parts in the, like, the chick from the League, the hot chick, the hot Indian chick from the League is, like, a major character in the game, like, her face likeness, like, and all that.
Oh yeah.
And like they invested all this money in that. They're like, oh, we're gonna bring space battles like back to what they used to be. And then all of a sudden, like the game is getting ready to come out this Friday, and they were like, hey, guess what? Fuck all you guys. Microtransactions up the ass.
Yes. Oh my god.
So you guys are gonna buy the game, but yeah,
You're gonna pay more for the DLCs than what you did for the hard copy of the game.
Oh, within days, like they've already
Yeah.
like it's already been released at like originally they just cut back on it, but originally the big heroes they did the beta, yeah, but like the bigger heroes like Darth Vader, Darth Maul, Yoda,
right?
The big heroes that everyone wants to play. To unlock them, originally it was supposed to take like it was like $40 to $100 depending on the hero, like to outright buy their hero card to get them like right away, or it was going to take like weeks of gameplay to save up enough points from playing to unlock them. And then the EA, like, there was such massive outrage, like, EA lowered the amount by, like, 75%. Okay, surely you shouldn't even have that. The whole point of what made Battlefront so fun is that in the original Battlefront, if you just did really well, the best player on the team would just get the hero and be able to play the hero until your health bar ran out. Like that's it's just how it's supposed to go.
They're doing what mobile games are meant to do. It's like you have to either play and not spend any money for any of these upgrades, or if you buy the upgrades, then you have to keep saving these fake money to buy these fake things.
And then like not only it's buying the fake things, but like you'll get the cards for like we were talking about like a better blaster or like a better armor, or like your grenade does more damage.
Right.
But then you get the card, then you have to spend points on that card to max out that card. And like you don't know what card you're gonna get based on like they're trying to do what like Overwatch's loot boxes. Like if I started playing Overwatch, you get one loot box per level unless you want to buy them, but like you don't need to. You just get one per level, and it kind of does the system of Call of Duty. Like when you hit like level 100, you get like a star next to your name, and you're restarting on rank 1.
Yeah, you rank again.
Like prestige.
Yeah.
But like so, it's the same thing. You still get a loot box with every level, so like you can spend money. But it's like it's a normal amount. You know, $10 gets you 15 boxes. Like it's a normal amount.
It's reasonable.
It's a reasonable amount of money. But like EA's like I said, like one of the head developers of Battlefront 2 did this Q&A on Reddit, and people were asking him like, well, how long would it take me money wise and or gameplay wise to unlock everything? And some company in like Norway or something like did the math based on how many cards there are and like how much you have to unlock on each card. And they said it would take over 4,000 hours of gameplay or $2,100 to max out like everything you get in the game. So me and Ricky went ahead and did the math on like an average amount. Like that by itself is saying like what was it, 190 days or something if you played 24 hours a day.
Yeah, if it was 24 hours straight nonstop, it'd be under 190 days.
And that's assuming you get the max amount of points available to you per game. Like if you play really shitty, I'm pretty sure you're not going to get a lot of points.
Longer. But then like we did the math where
like
what if someone's playing like
9 hours a day?
9 hours.
It was like 400 days.
Like
or
a
something.
little under a year to over a year, and then we did it realistically.
Like
3 hours
average gamer. So we're like 10 hours a week invested in just this game. Realistically, if you love a game like a lot, 10 hours a week isn't out of the realm of like that's a conceivable average gamer if you love a game and that's the only game you really play.
The next console's gonna be out by then.
So we did
Next 2 consoles.
8 years.
Oh my god.
If you play 10 hours a week of Battlefront 2 to unlock everything, 8 years.
Dude, people don't even play Halo much like that anymore.
No, people lose interest after like if a game's not it doesn't have insanely
Look
high
at
play
Destiny
value.
2. Destiny 2 just came out, and then Call of Duty World War II came out, and no one plays Destiny anymore.
Well, I have people that still play Destiny.
Battlefront's gonna be that way. Do you think anyone still play Battlefront 1?
Yeah, there probably is.
There's
probably
a
is,
few.
but
No, but then like for Battlefront 2, what we're getting at is because of these outrageous prices and gameplay time.
But no one's gonna play it for that long.
No, but the sad thing is people are still dumb enough
to still buy the game and do
that people will still stand in line, and they're still gonna have enough people that buy it on a midnight release that
and go out of their way for it.
That they're gonna be like, oh, look how much money we made, because all the people, the friends that I see, like, I'm sorry to be calling, like, I'm not gonna call them out by name, but I have certain friends that have posted like they're joining like these bans and petitions to like, tweeted Disney that they're promoting gambling or to like ban like to fight like buying Battlefront 2, like to I don't know why I'm blanking on the word. Like when you refuse to go to a certain place. Yeah, boycott. Yeah. Like so, I have friends that are like boycotting Battlefront 2 and like boycotting all that. I'm like, okay, but
not gonna do anything.
You were probably not gonna buy the game anyway, because it's not like I was actually going to buy the game. Now this stopped me from buying it, but there's probably not many cases of someone who was going to buy it, saw this stuff, and said, okay, well fuck that, and now choosing not to buy it.
Right.
Realistically, it's the people who are saying, oh, I'm boycotting EA now. You weren't gonna buy the game anyway, because odds are you didn't buy Battlefront 1.
Yeah.
So they're going to make enough money to where they don't give a shit, because there's going to be enough people that want to, be the #1 ranked player of Battlefront. I guarantee you someone will spend $2,100 within the first week of them owning Battlefront 2 and unlock everything.
Yeah, that's why you could never, like, with mobile games, you could never get a higher rate, because someone bought all the most expensive, like all the expensive stuff on the apps.
There's always someone who's happy and content to live in a shitty apartment but have everything unlocked in like a game.
You have your
or,
complete like those people who are crazy completists or how.
Or like people in World of Warcraft that have like every piece of insane armor, but they're like only level like 30. Like it's like okay, you just
have
bought
those
everything.
people.
Like, or the people in Overwatch, or well, you'll see like people in like like RuneScape back when RuneScape first came out that would have like full dragon gear at like level 60 with like no skills to get money. You're like, how the fuck did you? The shit's like outrageously expensive. Yeah. Which I have a funny story about RuneScape because you guys know like I actually started playing the old school again.
Yeah.
Just because I'm actually excited for the mobile to come out because I feel like it's gonna be pretty cool. But I only play the old school because I hate everything that they've changed to turn RuneScape into. Mm-hmm. So when they reintroduced old school, it's like back from before a lot of skills came out. It's like I think it went all the way back to like 2008.
Dude, I don't remember.
So like anything that came out after 2008 isn't in the old school version. So there's like
all I know.
There's like 5 or 6 skills missing from the new game, which they're all stupid skills anyway. But there's like areas, a shit ton of quests missing, all that stuff. But anyway, point is, so I was playing the old version, and in the new version, like stuff like Halloween masks and like stuff that they used to give out when it was holidays, are like millions and millions of coins on the new version because they essentially haven't. Like they stopped doing those promotions back in like 2007.
I understand that.
Yeah. So all that stuff is worth an insane amount of money. So I went on the new version and like bought all this stuff. Like I paid like it was still cheap. I paid like 50,000 for like Halloween masks and shit. And I was like, oh, that's just so much cheaper. And then Halloween came up and I logged on. And it was like, oh, do the Halloween quest. So I did the Halloween quest and you get 2 full sets of all the masks for free, along with like everything else. And I was just like, I'm glad I wasted money. But my point was just like it's the same thing. Like people who just flood money at certain games to get everything early.
Yeah, when it just to get it early and then it doesn't mean anything.
And when it's a competition game, it's like Battlefront. If I'm playing Battlefront 2 and I'm trying to rank up and have fun, but I'm playing against a guy who is around like barely higher level than me, but has maxed out. Darth Vader and maxed out rock, blaster trooper.
The first night you'll play, the first night someone already has it.
Yeah.
Not because they.
No, I guarantee you, someone logged onto the game. Like someone's gonna go home, put in the game, go into the store, throw in like $200 and buy like. Man, I guarantee you will see like because I know like Darth Vader and Yoda are like the bigger heroes that cost money or you have to spend a lot of coins to get. I would say 30 minutes into Battlefront 2 being played online, someone will be playing as Darth Vader that just went in, threw in $40 and is playing as Darth Vader.
Yeah, see, I won't do that.
Oh, add-ons and DLCs are ruining games.
See, that's like I miss where you actually have to unlock people. The only reason why I would actually replay a game is to be able to unlock crap that I don't have already. So
yeah, like play as new characters. Like
now it's like okay, I don't want to play this anymore.
Like you paid an insane amount of money for a fraction of the game, and then the DLCs cost 75%.
Yeah,
$2 for a constant that I probably never put on my guy.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah,
if it's that cheap.
I mean, like if people are crazy enough to buy it, go for it, But
it's just gonna keep happening. It's just people aren't gonna stop.
It's an endless cycle of just this stuff. It's just, I mean, I don't know. I think for me personally, it just ruins games for me. It does. It takes out the joy that games should bring, and the excitement of like, and all the hype of Star Wars and stuff. You love Star Wars.
And that's why they're doing it because Star Wars movies are coming out, so
Yeah.
they can go ahead and just charge a boatload of money, and people are just gonna pay it. But it stopped me from. I mean, I get like my it stopped me from getting it. So at least I can give a middle finger to EA that you're not gonna get my $60 because I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction of. Because I'm not gonna play that much. I'm not willing to play.
No.
Like, there's games that I love, but, like, I need to know that I can realistically do shit to unlock shit. Like...
The reason to actually...
Yeah, like, Overwatch, you get access to every character right away. Now, when a new character comes out, yeah, you have to, like Rocket League is a perfect example. Rocket League releases new cars and stuff all the time. It's like, they'll give you maps and all that stuff for free, but they'll release, like, new car packs, but it's only, like, $2 or $3.
Yeah. I think the only game that I know of where you can actually unlock stuff while you play is WWE 2K. Because and if you don't want to unlock everything, $2. to accelerate your unlocked stuff. So you'll have everything unlocked by just paying $2.
Yeah, and like I want to play WWE 2K18 because that looks really fun.
So I bought it because Myers had a buy two get one deal. So.
Oh, see, we still need to do a game night because I have like all these fighting games and I still haven't been able to play Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, well, I'll bring those. But anyways, yeah, EA. No, I'm not buying Star Wars Battlefront. I wanted to.
Yeah, I was all ready to like go out and like get it. And
It's a beautiful looking game, but
I'm not willing to play 100 hours just to play as Darth. Like I played the first Battlefront because I heard all that stuff coming out about it, so I chose not to get it. But my buddy got it, so I played it a bunch on his Xbox One. And it was like I liked certain aspects of it, but like at the same time I was like, this is nowhere near as fun.
I like the original campaign for like the original ones. It's just
No, I like I said, I rebought the original Star Wars Battlefront 2. They had shut down all the servers because there was an online. So a company bought the servers, I guess, from EA and like re-released Star Wars Battlefront 2 on Steam. So you can rebuy it on Steam for $10. And I played it a couple times and like played the original campaign, and it was just like, and it's a little choppy because I mean it's a super old game with servers that are insanely old. I mean it's what happens, but it was just so fun being able to like take the rocket guy and like go flying around and like lock it on points and like pilot the ATs again and like
well, I mean,
fuck EA, I guess.
Yeah,
they're giving us a big headache.
yeah. So we were able to talk about two controversies that we learned about today.
Yeah. Well,
And,
EA, we kind of with the Pokemon shit.
EA, you can't really.
Didn't the movie just get released?
Yeah, it was a special release. I was gonna go see it, but I decided not to for some reason.
Yeah, I thought we were going to, and then we just did.
And then we were able to talk about Thor and Stranger Things. Do you guys want to wait on Justice League? Because it is getting to that point. Or you guys should do it quick.
You know what? Just to save it for the people who haven't watched it yet, we'll wait. Just to save it.
Wait on Justice League.
Yeah, we'll wait. I mean, I know we said that we were gonna talk about it. It comes out tomorrow anyway.
Yeah,
and
I don't want to be that dick who spoils everything. I mean, my
Batman dies.
Captain America takes his place.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
the Soul Stone is in.
The Soul, yeah. The Tesseract makes a surprise appearance.
Okay, the only thing that I would give you guys.
Okay, I'll just give it my rating. I'll briefly. So I give it a B minus. That's my honest rating is a B minus.
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Definitely good. I can't say it really excited me for the solo films of Flash. It did excite me for the solo film of Aquaman.
Yes.
He fucking killed it.
Yeah.
In the movie.
And then the cameo of Mira.
Disappointed there's no Green Lantern. I will heavily talk about that until they announce that they're putting in Green Lantern.
I like the film. Josh Green did what he can. We don't know if I mean there are. I hear.
Yeah, who knows how much he had to work with.
I heard mixed feelings about the movie from other people who was watching with us. Different opinions, but I liked it. It felt comic book like to me.
Yeah. And this isn't even a spoiler, but the one thing I was disappointed in is I thought it was supposed to be Darkseid.
No, that we knew it was Darkseid. No, that's too early. It's like Marvel, dude. You have to wait another 10 years for that.
Yeah.
But anyways, the only thing that I will give is just stay after the credits. I know you didn't have to do that with Wonder Woman or Suicide Squad, but this is one of those times where they
actually did.
It actually had a full scene.
Yeah, two full scenes.
A scene, not just a. Hey, look! He turned around and look, there is.
That's a new person.
Not a teaser. It's an actual.
Yeah,
scene.
two full scenes. One is right after, and then. Okay, I said this. I don't care. This is
mid-credit, post-credit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
The first scene is pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was a nice touch. And then obviously you wait till the credits, and then you see their setup for Justice League 2.
It's not Deadpool coming. Oh, you're still here. Yeah, Cable's gonna be the next movie.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Shit you already knew.
Not like or Spider-Man, where Captain America's like patience,
Yeah.
It's like patience. Oh, look, there's Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury.
And that was funny though.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know, but, yeah, it was good. Justice League was good.
Yeah, we'll do a full we'll do a full review.
It reinforces why I hate.
I can't give my full review on it because I'll spoil it. But my ratings for it, I'd say I give it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
I usually give most movies like that I watch that rating, but because I'm a DC fan too, I'm hard.
I read a lot more. Yeah, it's like I read a lot more DC comics than I do Marvel comics, but you know the ones I read are like Arrow,
Yeah.
like shit that they decided not to put in the
Right.
movie.
But yeah, I give Justice League a 4 out of 5. It's not. It's like
better.
You're probably not gonna pay to see it if you're not a huge fan. It's probably
Yeah.
a movie you'll pay to see it twice.
It's
but
better
you're not,
than the other ones, but I mean I think Wonder Woman might be better. But
Wonder Woman I'd say was better.
it's better than the other movies.
Well, because Batman
lighter.
was outright fucking terrible.
it pretty much redeemed Batman vs Superman.
I was tempted.
Really
I was also tempted that everyone was gonna say their mom's name was Martha, and then they were all. That's how they were all.
Okay, well, maybe I'll talk about that next time. Oh, well, after I wasn't go out. I was gonna say it to them, but yeah, we won't be back till after Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
which is our usual.
It's 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
The
So,
normal 2 weeks.
for we'll end it here before we rant anymore. For all of you guys who are listening on whatever platform you guys are listening to, whether it's now, later, audio, whatever, have a safe holiday, happy Thanksgiving, be safe on Black Friday, buy me something. It's Mark and me's birthday, so
Yeah, it is. Mine's on Saturday.
and mine's on next Wednesday, the 22nd, and his is the 18th.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a great couple weeks. So
We're gonna go get drunk together on Saturday.
yeah, we're gonna have
Which we have to confirm so I can post something on Facebook.
yeah. So anyways, thanks again for listening to us. You guys can catch us on Facebook. We do have a Twitter, but we don't use it. You guys email us. I'll get a notification if you guys email us. potluckpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, let us know if you need us to, something we should talk about, maybe a game that we should play, or I don't know, something.
some
that
sort of
we should-
recommendation.
We're on
critique.
Yeah, we're on
Yeah.
SoundCloud,
iTunes.
iTunes, depending on how you listen to your podcast.
Oh, if you want to end it on Umicon sucking.
Umicon sucked. I'll talk about that next time. And I should talk about it now, but we're running out of time. But anyways, that's it, guys. I got a lot more to talk about, but that's it for today.
There's a lot.
One more thing.
Oh, come on,
One more thing.
Dude.
Next Wednesday is Doomsday Clock for all you
Oh,
DC
right.
and Watchmen fans.
Right, which I think I'm going to be joining Ricky for the midnight release of issue 1, because if we could just go back and rewatch the first 2 episodes, our first couple of podcasts when you guys are all talking about comics and I'm just sitting there twiddling my thumbs because I know fucking anything, and I'm like,
Lots changed.
and now I'm like, oh yeah, Doomsday Clock, this shit with the button in.
But yes, if you're on the Metro Detroit area, Mark and I will be at Comics Corner on Utica and Masonic. It's a very small shop. We're going there at the midnight release for Doomsday Clock #1. There's a special black and white variant exclusive for the midnight release. But other than that, read Dark Knight Metal, and go to your local comic book stores to support them, because that's the best way to read the books.
I'm just going to wait till Wednesday where it's in my comic book full, so it's fine.
Anyway, then if you're lucky, you might get that. There might still be some exclusive covers around, but there's a lenticular one too.
Right, yeah. And this is the first time I can actually jump on the beginning of something and get it.
Yeah.
Because now I've jumped on a lot of stuff that I'm so far behind on. I probably need to spend realistically $150 on issues just to catch up all the issues I'm missing.
Yep.
On certain stuff.
Well, thanks, guys, again. For Potluck, I'm Andrew.
Mark, I'm Ricky.
Happy birthday to
We'll be back in 2 weeks.
And
We'll have lots to talk about.
Yes.
I mean, for sure.
So much.
I think too. Also in 2 weeks, I want to actually try doing our superhero matchup discussion teased before,
It never went through.
but never went through with it. Because I feel like I'm trying to teach myself some Adobe Photoshop and stuff, so I think I'll have time to research a couple different.
Well, with